Okay, I was supposed to pause. Okay, fine. I'll talk about this. I'm gonna turn this camera around. Actually, I'm gonna close it for just a second. Close. Green. Raise. Yeah, I'm raising the camera. Just a little bit. Okay, there. You see me now? You see me? Okay. I hardly ever do a vlog with this camera anymore. It's always the black camera, but since I hit the button to pause it to stop the recording, but it didn't, I guess I didn't hit it hard enough. Hit the damn button! Might as well just keep on my conversation, my talking about Ash's mistakes in the last gym. Ash knew he was doing something wrong. He was obviously missed something. He was being overconfident like normally. Every time we see this point, he gets overconfident, cocky. You know, he's a little frustrated, and he takes it out on his Pokemon. And making his making his Pokemon suffer, but making them battle so hard to where they get, you know, they end up taking a lot of damage, and Greninja really took a lot of damage. And another talk about that. Remember in the Hoenn region, he pushed Trico and another, I think Tailo or what, another Pokemon so hard that Nurse Joy chewed his ass? Well, Wolfric walked up to him and says, "You're missing something. You know, you need to go find what you've missed. And you need to calm down and take a better job of your Pokemon. Take better care of your Pokemon. You can't just walk in here overconfident and make your Pokemon battle so hard and not even care about how they feel." Because that's exactly what I seen in that battle. In this battle. You showed a lot of power. But you can't rely on power. You just can't. And Ash knew this. He knew this. But he still made that mistake. And now Ash decided towards the end of the video, after finding out from Nurse Joy about the amount of damage his Pokemon took, especially Greninja, he got really depressed. And he left his friends, he left his Pokemon, and went out in the woods. Far enough away to where he could sit on a log and take a deep breath and just think of his battle, think of what he did, and try and figure out what he lost. And in the preview for the next video, it's the Dawn of Evolution. You hear the voice actor playing Ash talk, as Ash is just talking about the next, what happens, somewhat of what happens. And Serena finds him. We see 10% Zygarde looking for him. We see Greninja looking for him through a storm. And Greninja finds him. Serena also finds him. But she finds him before he, you know, wanders off. Because what I think is going to happen, there's going to be what some people believe a more shipping thing going to happen between Ash and Serena. I can't really, from watching XY or XYZ from the very start when this season, Kalo's season started, and when Ash gave that little ribbon to Serena in that one episode, or all these compliments that he gave her at the right time, and hit that mark for Serena to get her to blush, to be embarrassed. Ash is gonna say something stupid, He's basically, he doesn't really want to admit. There's something about guys that when girls are around, they don't want to admit they're wrong. They don't want to, admit what happened to them. Let's say in History's Strongest Disciple, Kenichi, in that anime. If you guys haven't watched it, watch it. Watch it, watch it, watch it. In one of the episodes, Kenichi gets his butt kicked. Like, he gets his total ass kicked from the leader of the karate club. And the leader of the karate club is part of a gang called... he's not part of a gang called Ragnarok. He's part of another group. And he wants Kenichi to show him something. To show him the moves that he did in this fight against... I can't remember his name, but he's a big guy, and Kenichi basically threw him. He used his own weight against him and threw him to the ground and won. But that wasn't really karate, right? But Kenichi gets his butt kicked. He gets, kind of like you get demoted in a way. You get, damn, look, what's the word I'm looking for? He gets really put down in this fight where he gets really angry. And he's sick and tired of people picking on him. And he goes to the dojo for his training, and his friend Mew, his future wife, I say future wife because they do get married. Excuse me. I really need to go check out my food. When Miyu asks him if he's alright, which is exactly what Serena's gonna ask Ash, are you alright? Ash ain't gonna tell her exactly how he feels. She could see that he's depressed. She's worried about him. He can see that. But he thinks not telling her is going to make it worse. So he's going to say something stupid to upset her. And that's my opinion. You guys could dislike it, argue with me as much as you want. We'll find out Thursday next week if this really does happen. In this look at his eyes, he tips his hat down, and he looks away and he says, "Oh, hi, Serena," and he really doesn't want to talk to her. He doesn't want to see her. He's embarrassed. And he has every right to be. It's his fault. Serena's happy to see him. She's happy. But it's like, she should just walk up, grab a hold of him, lift him up, boom, and just slap him right across the face. He needs that. I mean, yeah, he needs a father figure to talk him down a few notches. But, damn, get a girl on his and just knock some sense into him. That's what Ash needs. I don't know. I don't even remember in any of the episodes if he actually got slapped by his mom or Misty or gym leader or anybody. I can't remember that. I mean, it's been a long time. I can't remember every single episode of the past generations, past seasons. And in this next one, Greninja finds him. And yeah, they get caught in a storm. And he's sitting there talking to Greninja. And he's happy to see Greninja. And Greninja's a little, he has to be happy to see his trainer. Right? He's got to be happy. And they're sitting there talking. And with Greninja, he really doesn't need to use words. It's all up here. He knows what Ash is thinking because of the Synchro evolution. With the Ash Greninja evolution, their minds are connected. They are part of each other. So they really do not need to. But Ash, he has to explain himself. And Greninja accepts his apology. He accepts his apology. And I guess what happens in episode, which I don't know exactly what happens, but something has to happen with Team Rocket probably showing up, that Greninja and Ash probably find the Pokemon, the little, damn, what's it called? That place with all the wild Pokemon in it from trainers, you know, Pokemon that went there because they didn't like the trainer just left them. That place. And I got one question for you guys. When the hell is he going to catch an actual 6 Pokemon? He's not going to walk into the league with just 5. Could Gudra come back? Probably. I mean, if he got down to it, yeah, probably Gudra would come back and help him win. But he's got to have another Pokemon. He was going to bring back his past Pokemon. That's totally fine. But, come on. Really? Give him a 6 Pokemon. Greninja looks like he's falling off a cliff. And the Synchro evolution, Ash Greninja evolution happens. And you see in that preview that when that part starts, that Greninja closes his eyes, and you see Ash Greninja in the form of water, cloaked in water, and then all of a sudden you see the final form, actual true form of Ash Greninja, just like we seen in episode 25 against Diantha, that the water breaks apart and it kind of forms a little bubble in the middle of Greninja's back, and as it's forming and this little bubble is absorbing this water, someone had thought, yeah, it looks like, oh, Greninja's morphing into a butterfly. No! Come on, have you paid attention to episode 25? That's basically what happens when he goes into this true form. All of that water that surrounds Ash Greninja breaks apart and forms a giant shuriken. A giant water shuriken. When Ash had water shuriken, used water shuriken, Greninja, both him and Greninja went like this, and Greninja, and both in that same movement, threw that giant shuriken that went against Mega Gardevoir's Shadow Ball, cut right through it and hit Gardevoir and knocked her on her ass. If Ash wouldn't have passed out, Ash would have won against Diantha. Which I'm kind of glad he didn't. Because he's going to end up, if he does win the league, he probably won't actually win against Diantha. But if this is supposedly Ash's last journey, I'm saying supposedly, I ain't saying it is, because he could be going to the Alola region and going, the 7th gen region, the new one that's coming out. He could be going there. And hopefully Serena goes with him, because there needs to be more between those two. Really, there's got to be more. Out of in my opinion, of course, with anybody else's that would agree with, that I agree with, Serena's basically in that kind of way, in a whole relationship kind of way, she's perfect for Ash. She's perfect for Ash. Iris, no. Misty, no. May, no. Dawn, maybe, but no. And it's just, come on, Ash, you can't be doing that. I know you're frustrated, man, but you had such good development. You went down a couple notches. Come on, get up there, get up there. I was just, come on, man, damn. It was a good battle, but damn, come on, man. Use your head. You've done so well. You've done so well. You had good character development. I'm glad your Noivern freaking has a dragon type attack. A friggin' Dragon Claw. That's fine. In my preference, I'd rather see it because of its speed. Learn Dragon Rush. That's my opinion. I'd rather have it learn Dragon Rush than Dragon Claw. But, nah, whatever. Or frickin' Flamethrower. Where the hell is Flamethrower on Ash's team? Come on, it's been there since frickin' first gen. Flamethrower, come on. First 5 frickin' generations, and in 6th generation it's not there? Ugh, you're killing me. But, yeah, this is just me just talk about the 8th gym battle, Ash's 8th gym battle, a bunch of other shit. Mainly about the gym battle, in my opinion, but yeah, Ash is probably gonna figure out, or get his head out of his butt, and figure out what the hell he lost, and what he needs to do, and then finally the real Ash comes out, and just knocks the living tar out of him. Just beats Avalugg. I mean, he had one good thing going, you know, used water shuriken to stop Gyro Ball. That was actually pretty good. That's the only smartest thing he's ever done, and he's ever did in that gym battle. He did one thing smart. Everything else, totally stupid. But he'll probably use the same Pokemon again. If it was a 3-on-3, then, you know, Avalugg's Wolfric's main guy. He used it in the second match, even though he probably would have chose the other. But Wolfric chose his strongest Pokemon first, or second. I guess because of the power that Ash was showing in that gym battle. And I think they did pretty damn well with Avalugg, you know, he's stronger. And in the game, yeah, it only, in my opinion, when I first bought X, and it took that week. I know that some of you guys, it took 24 hours, a couple days, or whatever. But it took me a week. Why? Because I have a full-time job. That's why. I can't sit there and play all the time. I've said that countless of times. And it took all of them. Simipour, Raichu, Tyrantrum, Dracflame or Charizard, Delphox, Talonflame. It took all of them. Getting there, battling all of them, all those gym leaders, the only one I actually had trouble with was Avalugg. Out of all of them, Avalugg was the biggest pain in the ass. I never had any trouble with the Elite Four or anything like that. It was only Avalugg. Avalugg's the only one that gave me trouble. And I was like, damn. Avalugg's is the only Pokemon he's got left. I've got all 6 still. And Avalugg already knocked out Simipour. He already knocked out Raichu. He already knocked out Tyrantrum. And he's gonna knock out Talonflame. All I got left is Delphox and fucking Dracflame Charizard. And I was like, damn. I decided, like, okay, I'm gonna have to do something like this. I'm gonna have to go between Charizard and Delphox. So I was using Psychic, I was using Fire Blast, I was using all this. He increased his defense so much that they hardly did anything. Psychic didn't do anything. And you think at the level that my guys were would be able to one-hit KO this Avalugg, but the defense on that thing, it's built like a fucking tank. And people were frustrated in that video that Avalugg was taking all these hits and still standing. It's built like a freaking tank. It's got better defense than freaking Torterra does. That's what makes it such a pain in the ass. But anyway, I'm almost out of time here. You know, I hope in episode 29 finally Ash gets that badge and he finally gets his head out of his butt in episode 28. But anyway, guys, I'm Charjr Ryuki, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Twitter link will be down below along with fan mail. And real quick, I'm going to stop doing the giveaway. I'm still doing fan mail even though I'm not doing the giveaway. Peace.